This is my Victorian-aged home that was built in 1848. I still have the original deed, which lists all the families that lived here before my family moved in the 1930s. I thought it would be a cool idea to see if I could find any information on the previous residents. So I'm starting with the last one. Her name was Mary Verlin, and this is what I was able to find. There wasn't an incredible amount of information that came up for her, but I was able to find her death certificate. She was born November 10, 1875, and was the daughter of 2 Irish immigrants. She had 2 husbands and passed away at the age of 64 in the year 1940. She passed away from heart disease. I was also able to find her previous address and her tombstone. Let me know if I should make this a series. This is my almost 200-year-old home to which I still have the original deed. I'm currently on a mission to try and find as much information possible about the previous residents. Next on my list is a woman named Charlotte Wakeman. She moved into my home in the year 1899. I wasn't able to find much information about Charlotte, but from what I could see, she was married to a man named Stephen. Stephen was a farmer who moved to Michigan from New York, and as you'll see on her death certificate, Charlotte's father was an Irish immigrant and her mother was from Wisconsin. Stephen and Charlotte had a daughter named Edith together, and I was also able to find some information on her. Edith went on to marry a man named Ross, and Ross served in World War I. Charlotte ended up passing away at the age of 72 in the year 1913. Her cause of death was fatty degeneration of the heart. Please make sure to like and comment if you want to see part 3. This is my almost 200-year-old home, to which I still have the original deed. I'm currently on a mission to try and find as much information possible about the previous residents. Next on my list is Henry Horton. I found some information that first suggested his mother was single. Upon further digging, I realized a pension was released to her. Henry's father, Henry Sr., was a sharpshooter in the Civil War. He was hospitalized for a spinal injury after falling out of a tree, but was killed just a few weeks later in the Siege of St. Petersburg, also known as the Battle of the Crater. Henry Jr. went on to marry a woman named Katie. He then passed away at the age of 67 in the year 1930 from apoplexy. Please like and comment if you want to see a part 4. This is my almost 200-year-old home, to which I still have the original deed. I'm currently on a mission to try and find as much information possible about the previous residents. Next on my list is a man named Bertus Hogue. Bertus is listed on the deed in the year 1892, and his mother is also on the deed for the year 1887. Bertus was the child of Lorenzo and Mercy Hogue. Lorenzo was a farmer from New York, and he was also a treasurer here in Canonsburg. I couldn't find a death certificate for Lorenzo, but Mercy lived until the age of 85. Bertus then went on to marry a woman named Arnett. Together they had lots of children, including a daughter named Claire, but Claire only lived until she was 14 days old. It's a little hard to read the cause of death, but I can see that as an infant she died of diarrhea in this home, which is now a frat house. Bertus and Arnett lived out the rest of their days in Los Angeles. Like and comment for part 5.